What's up, Tyler's back with the Retro Reviews here on Tyler's Retro Reviews for the last Royal Review of the year, Royal Rumble 2007. So, you obviously know the the three pit stops for the No Way Out events. That's what I did is 05 Rumble. So next week we No Way Out 2005, little spoiler. Then No Way Out 2006 because I did the Rumble 6. This one will be Rumble 7, so you'll see No Way Out 07 in March. So yeah, all in all, this was a fun Royal Rumble pay-per-view. It was more fun to watch than the 2006 edition because that had a weird main event between Kurt Angle and Mark Henry. But who cares about that? Kurt Angle's not in the company anymore. He was in TNA at this point, which next month, finally I get to talk about some TNA pay-per-views in 2006 and 2011. That means in March it's Victory Road 2011. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. But the 10-6 ones I'm mostly excited to go back to. Because I had done Final Resolution 06, like, early on in this channel. And I did Lockdown 06. I did Slammiversary last year in 06. No Surrender 06 and Bound for Glory 06. So, the other three, like Lockdown, No Surrender, and Bound for Glory, I did in 2024. And all that. But anyways, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Royal Rumble 07. January 28th, it was a Raw, SmackDown, and ECW branded pay-per-view at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah. Like I said, fun event all in all. And it's one of the best pay-per-views WWE did in 2007. Yeah, it's better than WrestleMania 23, which we'll get to that by April. But WrestleMania 23 was actually not a bad WrestleMania, but let's get on to it. With this. So it's actually the first time we have Raw and SmackDown and ECW in a Rumble match with all three brands, that is. Because 1906 brought back ECW as a third brand. And a month prior to this, we saw that event, which I am not going to say what it is. Moving on. We start off with the Hardys defeating Eminem in a rematch from EC3 December to December 2006. Yeah, I fucking said it. I already did that back in 2024, so mercifully, I don't have to talk about that on its 20th anniversary later on, by the end of this year. That's one positive I got coming into this year. I don't have to do ECW December to December 2006 on its 20th anniversary because that's already on this channel already. The remaster, that is. Moving on. This match was a rematch from that match at December to Dismember. God, that review is one of the worst. Okay. You can argue Crown Jewel 2018. Although it's a Saudi show, which... Yeah, we're doing Rumble this year. Because I don't want to skip out on the Rumble this year because it's my favorite period of the year, but... Unfortunately, I had to do it because it's in fucking that gritty fucking country. I don't give a fuck. What? But... Anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. Yeah, it was actually a fun tag match. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was a... yeah. Actually, I give it an 8 out of 10. No, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah. Mercury was coming into this with a broken nose because of that incident at Armageddon the prior month also. In that Fatal 4 ladder match, which, Jesus Christ, that was the most gruesome injury. Well, not the most gruesome injury. Sid from Sin 2001. That one is the most gruesome because John Laurinaitis is a fucking moron. Because he wants to do a fucking top rope big boo, which... Why the fuck you, John Laurinaitis, for making Sid do that spot. Anyways. Next up is for the ECW Championship. Bobby Lashley defeats Test by countout to retain the ECW Championship. Test, the challenger, gets himself a intentionally countout in this match. This was a decent ECW title match, but Lashley won the title. What period, what I'm gonna say? What was that period I said already? That doesn't have to be said like 800 million times. Yeah. What's weird about this? Like on the go home episode of ECW before this, they had an Extreme Rules match, non-title, but why couldn't they done the Extreme Rules match at this event? But whatever, it's a 5 out of 10. It is what it is. They did the Rumble number drawing again, and the only thing funny now is Hornswoggle fucking up Jonathan Coachman and all that, and then he went up against the Great Khali, which yeah, we're not gonna talk about that match at Survivor Series. That's like way down on the line, and he grabs like Khali grabs 3 bowling coaches, only 1 ball because yeah, you had to get 1 number. And yeah, and all that, and Ron Simmons has to damn and all that, and Edge and Randy Orton were saying something about show me your number and all that, and then King Booker says, tell me you did not just say that, which is also funny also, and all that, and yeah. Yeah. Although nothing as funny as the one from '05 where Ric Flair got his number stolen by Eddie Guerrero. Okay, I gotta stop saying that, okay? I said that like 2 weeks ago already, and that still is the funniest one of the whole like Rumble drawing thing, because I'm not a fan of these whole like, show me your number, all that, but the only thing funny was that Ric Flair Eddie Guerrero's thing from '05, and all that, but still. Anyways, next up is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Batista defeats Mr. Kane to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. A good matchup. They were teasing Undertaker versus Batista, which that was a dead giveaway because in the Royal Rumble match, Undertaker's going to win the Rumble and was going to face Batista and all that. Yeah. Kane won a beat the clock challenge and all that to get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship and all that, and but he said we'll win this match, obviously. And yeah, I guess I guess another 7.5 out of 10, and all that. There was a whole thing. It's just there. It was such a good match. Then we get the second to last match on the show, the last minute stand match for the WWE Championship. John Cena defeats Umaga to retain the WWE Championship. It was better than the New Year's Revolution match, but a big hot take: Umaga should have won the title in New Year's Revolution because Triple H got injured in that match and in his tag title match in New Year's Revolution, not in that match. Now maybe it was Cena and Umaga. What the hell am I talking about? But again, in 2K25, you could rewrite that match in a showcase mode. But who cares about that? 2K26 cover story is going to be revealed tomorrow. It's going to be CM Punk. Come on. We have the Attitude Edition. We have the Monday Night Wars Edition, which I actually like that one. We have the King of Kings Edition, which was revealed on Monday, which another cool edition and all that, but still, CM Punk's going to be the cover star of this year's game. We're not going to talk about that one yet. Anyway, Cena won this match, and he will go on to be at WrestleMania 23 to take on the runner-up on that one. the rumor was he was supposed to face Triple H again, but injury struck, and yeah. Cena and Umaga, Cena was blading all the place. They were beating the hell out of each other in this match. Cena overcome the odds, like always, and put him in the rope. Armando Estrada just took off the top rope, and Cena grabs him, puts the ropes on Umaga, and he couldn't answer the 10 count and all that. 8.5 out of 10. Fantastic. Last minute standing match. And then finally the main event, the 30-man Royal Rumble match. You obviously know the rules of it. 30-man enter, one leaves. And obviously we're going through all the Rumble participants and eliminations and all that. Number 1 is Ric Flair, who kind of similar to the 93 one, but Ric Flair doesn't last long in this one. And number 2 is Finlay. Number 3 is Kenny Dykstra. Number 4 is Matt Hardy. Number 5 is Edge, who ended up being the Iron Man of this Royal Rumble match. And then Ric Flair took out some chairs. He wants some vengeance on Edge and all that, but he gets eliminated by Edge. And then Dykstra was doing the strut, but he was doing the Jeff Jarrett thing, and Edge threw him out of the ring. It was, yeah, what a moron. Anyways, number 6 is Tommy Dreamer, the first of the ECW extremists to be entering this Royal Rumble match. Yeah, they didn't call them superstars, they called them extremists. Okay. 7 was Sabu, which, RIP to Sabu, who passed away last year. Can't believe that happened. I hope we get Sabu in this year's game as a, hopefully, maybe as a DLC character and all that, but probably, I don't know. Number 8 was Gregory Helms. Number 9 was Shelton Benjamin. Number 10 is Kane, the best Rumble performer that did not want a Royal Rumble. I'll do Rumble 1 next year. Oh, look at that. I spoil what's going to happen next year. But anyways, he eliminates Tommy Dreamer, and then Sabu, who, by the way, when he entered the ring, he sets up a table, and the other common thing is, he who sets it, gets it. Chokeslam through the table, and Kane eliminates him. What else is new? Because that's always happened. Hold on. No, not. Number 11 is CM Punk. Again, probably this year's cover star for 2K26. W2K26, that is. Number 12 is King Booker, who eliminates Gregory Helms. Now he goes, JBL, by the way, he says, King Booker should have gotten the World Title match at this event and all that, but I don't think we don't want another Batista King Booker match again after their really disappointing feud in 2006. And by the way, when Kane lost, JBL had that fit, said damn it, and all that. I forgot to mention that again, but still, that's kind of funny. 13 is Super Crazy, and then number 14 is Jeff Hardy. 15 is the same man. He gets in there, he canes some fools, and then King Booker throws him out. Hilarious. 16 is Randy Orton. He also threw out Super Crazy also. 17 is Chris Benoit, which this would end up being his final Royal Rumble match. Because we all know 07, something. Anyways. 18 is Rob Van Dam. Kane eliminates King Booker, and then Booker was pissed. Gets back in the ring and attacks Kane and throws him out of the ring. So he gets eliminated, and then Booker beat the hell out of him, and then number 19 was Big Vis and all that, and all that. Number 20 was Johnny Nitro. 21 was Kevin Thorne. 22 was Hardcore Holly. 23 was Shawn Michaels, and he eliminated Finley. Yep. And then Shawn's Sweet Chin Music, Viscera, and then almost all the participants eliminated. Actually, I think all 8 of them did eliminate Viscera. I think all 8 of them did. Benjamin also gets eliminated by Shawn Michaels. The second year in a row he gets eliminated by Shawn. And that began in 2008. 3 years in a row, Shawn eliminated Shawn Benjamin? What the hell? Benoit then eliminates both Johnny Nitro and Kevin Thorne. Number 24 is Chris Masters. 25 was Chavo Guerrero. Van Dam did eliminate Masters. 26 was MVP. 27 was Carlito. And then number 28 was the Great Khali, and he cleaned house. He eliminated. Let me see. He eliminated Hardcore Holly, and then the Miz came out, and then Khali did eliminate Benoit, and then he eliminated the Miz in no time whatsoever because Miz at the time was such a jobber at this point. Then he eliminated, who else? Rob Van Dam? Rob Van Dam was next to go out. And then CM Punk was next to go out. I was like, God, these three guys were getting fucked over. Like, except for Rob Van Dam and CM Punk, they lasted a little long in this match, but none of the others lasted that long. Like Tommy Dreamer got fucked all out of this match quickly. Then Sabu got fucked over. And Sammy didn't last that long. Bob Holly did somewhat fine this match, but why the fuck was he on the ECW brand? Carly then eliminated Carlito, and then he also eliminated Chavo Guerrero, and this is 07 Carly. This is not the well, we don't know later on. Yeah. And JBL says the WrestleMania goes through this man or something like that. JBL's a joy to watch as a commentator. Number 30 is The Undertaker. And then he eliminates Great Khali with one fucking arm. And all that. And then, like, he then eliminates MVP in this match. And, MVP grabs a chair and Orton, I think it's Randy Orton. Yeah, Randy Orton nails Undertaker in the head with a chair. Ugh, headshots that's really cringy to watch. Which this leads up to possibly the best Final Four, which is Randy Orton, Edge, Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker, and all that. They were going to try Edge, then Taker in the head with a chair too. Ah. They're kind of difficult to watch at points, and now we don't see those anymore in wrestling, which thank God for that. I mean, but anyways, Orton gets eliminated by Shawn Michaels, and then Edge was going to hit Shawn with a chair. Edge hits super kick out of the ring, or sweet chin music out of the ring, my bad, by Shawn. And this led to the best final two. It's not a debate, really, between The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. They had, like, what? A 24-minute match as the final two. Undertaker reverses sweet chin music, throws Shawn out of the ring to win the 2007 Royal Rumble. And like I said before, Taker would choose Batista for his title between WrestleMania 23. But, man, this was a very fun Royal Rumble match. I give it a 10 out of 10 for that, because Khali's performance was brief, but he was destroying people, like, in this Rumble, you know. But all you know, Taker and Shawn was like the last part of it also was so fun to watch also, and all of that. It's one of the best Rumble matches. It's up there. It's one of the best Rumble matches. This in the 2000s is this 2004 and 2001. They're all great in there. And yeah, Rumble 07 overall. Way better than the Gen 6 edition. I give it a 7.5 8 out of 10 rather. Yeah. So yeah. Fun Rumble pay-per-view. Now, we gotta get the pit stops between No Way Out 2005, 2006, and 2007. Well, 2005 and 2006 are gonna be in February, so that's that. So, we did Rumble 5. Next week will be No Way Out 2005 also, which actually took place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anyways. But that's next week. And now we get to the SmackDown and Rumble reviews next 2 days. And there. So, like this video, comment below, subscribe to this sharing notification bell, and there. Bye-bye. As well as my main channel also, so you'll see my SmackDown review and my Rumble review also. And also episode 5 of United, because it'll be a special Sunday edition. So, there. And now we're done. Bye-bye.